Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all. I am Huma Zahra of grade 10 and today I stand before you to talk to you about a very important topic, and that is racism. Imagine living every day in a fear, knowing that everywhere you go, everything you do is being observed and you are being judged. Imagine walking into a convenience store or a clothing boutique and knowing that someone is watching you and is thinking that you're either going to steal something or you're going to reveal a bomb under your clothes. Imagine being mocked and ostracized for something that you haven't done. No one likes to be left out, but then why do we discriminate? Why do we judge? Why do we set the fire of hatred? Why? Everywhere you go, everything you do, you will definitely find people who are different from you, who are unique in their own way, but that doesn't give us the right to judge them, discriminate them, so why do it? Racism or racial discrimination is one of the most important social issues that we are facing today. Racial discrimination is something that has been spreading around us just like a virus. It has been running through history and is still present today. Why? Because nothing has done. Nothing has been done. In particular, racism or racial discrimination is a thought that a certain nationality, religion, race or color is either inferior or superior than the others. I believe, and the most important point that I have, is that we are all equal. Now, whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you're a Hindu, you're Sikh, whatever religion you belong to, whatever holy book you read, whatever God you preach, let me tell you, they all state one major and common fact, and that is that we are all humans and we have been created equally. So when that one great Lord says that we are equal, we have been created equally, who are we to judge? Who are we to discriminate? Who are we? Racial discrimination or racism is shown into various ways. It's spread in a wide spectrum and we can see it everywhere in different forms, such as number 1, written or verbal threats or insults. Number 2, damage to property, including graffiti. Now, if you think that drawing on someone else's house walls is a way you show your skills, it's a way you improve your skills, and you're just having fun, let me tell you, for you, it's just fun. But for that person who owns that house, it isn't. It's an insult for them. So please don't do it. Number 3, personal attacks of any kind, including violence. Number 4, being treated differently or unjustly just because you are different, just because you're from a different race or culture. Number 5, making racist jokes. Over here, if it's your friend, your best friend, or a stranger passing by the streets to whom you have made this joke, let me tell you, even if that person is laughing and joining you in the fun or just knocks you off your head, the person still gets affected by it. It does affect him or her, so don't do it. Racial discrimination is also illegal. In its most serious manifestation, racial discrimination is demonstrated in behaviors such as abuse, hurt, and violence. Racial discrimination is usually done to those people who want to improve themselves, who want to do something and tell to the world, prove to the world that they are something, they are there. Recent research have shown that racial discrimination has got a significant increase over the past recent years. You should think before you hurt someone, because for you it's just fun. Let's say, for example, you bullied a small kid, but let me tell you, you're not only hurting that kid. That kid has got a mother, has got a father, has got a family who care about him, and they do get affected. So when you think that you are only affecting one person, you're not. You're affecting many. Emotional trauma and mental health effects have got a lot of a hand in discrimination, racial discrimination. They can result in the most significant harms, such as loss of job, loss of promotion opportunities, and many more. I believe that nobody has a right to discriminate you, judge you, or tell you who you are and who you're not. You should know who you are. And over here today I have 4 simple tips that would help you to avoid racial bullying. Number 1, accept that it's not your fault. Believing or thinking that it's your fault that this has happened, you could have changed it, you could have done this, you could have done that, and it wouldn't have happened is wrong. Have self-confidence and believe you haven't done nothing wrong. Number 2, Tell someone what's happening to you. Now that could be someone whom you trust. Maybe your parents, your teachers, your best friend. Anyone but someone whom you trust. Number 3, keep an evidence. Over here, if you are a person who loves to write, let's say you write diaries, journals, it's amazing. Write it, note it, keep an evidence. Let people know. Number 4, try to keep yourself safe. Now, if you're walking home to school, school to home, or you're going anywhere out, walk with someone whom you know, not a stranger. Lastly, I would like to end my speech with my favorite quote of Nelson Mandela. Nobody is born hating each other. Nobody is born hating someone's religion, race, color, and nationality. People must learn to hate. And let me tell you, if you can learn to hate, you can learn to love. Because love comes more easily to the human heart than its opposite. Thank you and have a nice day.